Timothy, a young man with an extraordinary faith. In a world divided by cultures and beliefs, his life became a living testimony of courage and devotion to God. From a young age, he learned that serving the Lord is not about age or status, but about the willingness to obey, even in the face of the greatest trials. Timothy was born in the small city of Lystra in Asia Minor. His father was Greek, and his mother, Eunice, was a faithful Jewish woman. From his earliest days, he was nurtured in the Holy Scriptures, guided by his mother and grandmother Lois, who sowed the seeds of faith deep in his heart. When Paul visited Lystra, he saw in Timothy a young man of sincere faith and exemplary character. The local believers spoke well of him, and Paul invited him to join the missionary journey. From that moment on, Timothy left his home to carry the gospel to distant lands. Alongside Paul and Silas, Timothy traveled through cities and villages, strengthening the churches and proclaiming the message of salvation. He faced long journeys, dangerous roads, and opposition from those who rejected the gospel, yet his heart remained firm in the mission. Paul often sent Timothy to encourage the believers to strengthen their faith and to remind them of God's promises. In times of persecution, Timothy's presence brought peace and hope to troubled hearts. Although Timothy's mother was Jewish, his father was Greek. To avoid conflicts and minister effectively among the Jews, Paul advised Timothy to be circumcised. Without hesitation, Timothy accepted this challenge, showing his readiness to serve God's purpose. Timothy began traveling with Paul, stepping into unknown lands, filled with dangers and opportunities. Together, they preached the gospel, witnessing its transformative power across cities and communities. In Philippi, Timothy witnessed Paul and Silas being imprisoned and beaten for their faith. Despite the suffering, their voices rose in song, inspiring Timothy to understand that following Christ meant walking in the light even amid darkness. When Paul entrusted Timothy with the leadership of the church in Ephesus, many doubted his youth. But Timothy stood firm, confronting false teachings and guiding the community with wisdom and love. Despite growing opposition and dangers, Timothy's faith remained steadfast. He prayed daily to keep the flame of his calling alive, knowing that his strength came not from himself, but from God. Timothy traveled alongside Paul through cities like Philippi, Thessalonica, and Berea. Each place brought new challenges, acceptance, rejection, and the constant need to strengthen the faith of believers. Paul entrusted Timothy with the leadership of the church in Ephesus, a city full of challenges, false teachings, internal conflicts, and the pressure of a pagan culture surrounding them. Despite persecutions and hardships, Timothy remained steadfast. His faith and leadership inspired many, leaving a legacy of courage and unwavering dedication to God's call. Timothy's story reminds us that faith is a journey of courage, perseverance, and trust in God's plan, no matter the challenges. The call to serve is greater than any obstacle. Subscribe and join us for more inspiring stories from the Bible.
Did you like the story? Then leave your like, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and share with someone who loves biblical history. And also, do not forget to look at the courses, School of Uncommon Prophets and Hadashah, Biblical Manual, English Version, Moises, Figueredo, and more.